Big shout out to the Noah Park Missionary Baptist Church and everybody at my home church. And shout out to my uncle, Reverend Tommy Lee Thompson. And I got to do this video because T.L., Reverend Thompson, always told the church, the congregation, something that's been sticking with me since I was a child. And I love when he say this. Unc say, if you can't push, pull. If you can't pull, just go and get out of the way. Let me say it loud, because somebody ain't got their computer up loud enough. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you ain't going to pull, just get on out of the way. And what are you bringing to the table? We tying this in with church, in your own home, on your job. See, there are so many people letting they little power go to their head just because they over something. And you got so many, the humble people sitting down that need to go to work, can't do what they need to do because there's too many stuck up grown folks that ain't doing nothing right in the way. Yeah. You too busy. Oh, we've been doing it like this for years. Such and such this. It been ran like this. So what? Just because something is done for so long, for years, don't necessarily mean that it's right. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you can't pull, just get on out of the way. So many people in ministry right now, good God Almighty, choir, lazy choir members won't even open up their mouth and sing. Don't want to come to rehearsal. Don't want to come to Sunday school, nor Bible study. At least try to make one of them, but you want to get up. Don't want to study your lyrics, but getting up there on Sunday and looking lost. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you can't pull, get out of the way, because I don't like carrying dead weight. I don't know about nobody else. I like to move forwards, not backwards. Too many people done got caught up in moving backwards and going wrong. Too many preachers done fell asleep in the pulpit and they ain't woke up yet. Good God Almighty. Preaching what they want to preach. Too lazy to study during the week and trying to put a sermon together at the last minute. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you can't pull, get out of the way and let somebody else do it. I hate when people need to be used and they can't be used. You got somebody want to do everything every week. They don't want nobody else to do nothing. And they hate on people. They ain't never got nothing good to say. And they think they all that. And you can't push because they in the way. If they can't push, pull. If you ain't going to pull, get out of the way and let somebody else do it who want to do it and want to be humble with doing it the way God say do it. You look at your co-workers on your job. Somebody always at work got a problem. Mad at you because you doing your job right and they ain't doing theirs right. Then thinking they can do your job too. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you ain't going to pull, get out of the way. See, if we could ever learn to get on one accord, oh, what would the church be like? What would our own homes be like? What would the workforce be like? You can't push, pull. You ain't going to pull, get out of the way. That's why I love that big truck that go down the street pulling that heavy load. The truck is quiet. But then you got that other truck that come right behind it making a lot of noise because it ain't got no load on it. What are you pushing? Huh? Are you pressing on? Are you encouraging people? Are you bringing better ideas? Or are you just sitting there criticizing everybody? Just get on out of the way because you ain't pushing or pulling. Just get out of the way. Are you bringing good things to the church or are you bringing all the mess? See, people with all this mess need to sit down somewhere. God don't bless no mess. And if you think he do, I got a news flash for you. You don't operate like that. Why? Because God say do everything in decent and order. He to say do it. Why do we always, good God Almighty, why do we give God all the mess? Good as he done been to us. Oh man, people can't get to church on time, but they get to work on time. Good God Almighty. I'll just keep it real, man. If you ain't gonna push, pull. If you can't pull, just jump on out of the way. And we mean that in a good way. It's too many ministers hating on each other. Somebody in the pulpit ain't never getting to preach. So they go start a church somewhere else, or they go visit somewhere else. Next thing you know, they gone. And then the pastor want to preach on them bad about why they leaving. No, we should all be bringing something to the table. Use your help in the church. That one person that want to sing all the songs every Sunday, shut up and sit down sometime and let somebody else sing. You ain't the only person that got a voice. And then you halfway want to come to rehearsal anyway and then show up Sunday like you some type of star. Sit down somewhere. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you ain't going to pull, just get on out of the way. Too many deacons doing what they want to do. Too many pastors and deacons ain't getting along. If you ain't going to be a good pastor, get on out of the way. If you ain't going to be a good deacon, get on out of the way, because the Bible say, the Bible teaches us about leadership and the qualifications. Somebody didn't like that word. Qualifications, which people got a problem with, because when it comes to doing right, We don't want to hear about that. We want to do what we want to do and give God anything on Sunday mornings. Somebody getting ready to get up and go to work in the morning knowing that they finna get into it with somebody behind some mess. Behind somebody thinking they just better than you. Ain't nobody better than nobody. We are all equal. And see, I'm so sick of this, I gotta say it again, judging. Judging. Good God Almighty. What are you doing? What are you bringing to the table? Who are you helping? Is somebody watching you right now want to be trained to be in position? You got that one person in church want to do everything. They want to be the secretary. They want to be the choir president. They want to be the head of the usher board. They want to do this. They want to do that. They just ain't even right for the position. Their attitude is terrible for one thing. Sit down somewhere. If you ain't going to push, pull. If you can't pull, get on out of the way. I love that, Keep on standing on that word, because people don't want to push nor pull. Nowadays, you got too many, not everybody, let me say that right. You got too many people wanting to pull, but they can't. Because somebody pushing them out of the way. Good God Almighty, I like how that go together. Push, pull. Even Reverend Charlie Scruggs made a good point when he used to talk about throwing that rope. If I cast the rope out there and I'm trying to pull my load, Charlie Scruggs said, I can't pull it by myself. But he said, if I can get 2 people from over here to start helping me pull, or if I can get 3 people from over here to help me pull, then we can pull that thing together. See, we are all on one accord, pulling together. Now we can do our task, because some people think they can do everything by themselves. They don't need no help. They want to lead all the songs. They want to pray all the prayers. They don't want nobody to do nothing. Then when somebody else do it, they want to get up and out pray them. They want to get up and out preach them. They want to get up and out sing them. They thinking it's all about them. It's a show. It ain't about no show. It ain't about you, and it never will be about you. It's only about one thing, and that's God. Oh, good God Almighty. See, I'm finna tell somebody about themselves right now. Cut the camera off if you don't like it. Hypocrites. Oh yeah, I said it again. People in the pulpit, hypocrites. People in the congregation, hypocrites. People on the musician staff can't stand each other. Hypocrites all over, everywhere. Hypocrites ain't never left. They just heard in a different way, looking different. That's why I like this. I like what Jesus said in Matthew about these false teachers and these false prophets. Yeah, they gonna be dressed up in sheep clothing, looking good, but are raven wolves. Oh, good God Almighty. See, people don't want to hear these type of things. And once again, what did Jesus say? Everybody saying, didn't I not prophesy in thy name? Didn't I not cast out demons? He said a lot of people ain't going to inherit the kingdom. He going to tell them, depart from me. Don't be caught in that line when Jesus say, depart from me. I never knew you. And I got to go on that one. God bless.